Ball out. Ball out.
Bow, bow. Bow, bow.
Ball out.
Bow,
Ball out.
bow. All we do is bow.
Ball out.
Bow, bow, bow.
Ball out. Ball out.
Ball out.
Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out. Ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out. Ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Ball out. Ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out. Ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out. Ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Dropping by the mall out. Come deliver mail on y'all route. Show them what it's all about. Just get called out. Fall out. Fall out. Me and my clique, we don't fall out. Me and my chick, we don't fall out. We minding our business, keep y'all out. Break up, get up quick, then we hit licks till it's all out. I hate my job, I'ma call out. Boss of myself, child out. I'm a recruiter, a high percentage shooters. Gotta keep rifles and Rugers. Some people just trifling the losers. Watch for the jackets, at night they be cruising. I can put together. AR Kinston Yetta. My hitters be tough in the leather. Can't nobody do it better. Glock 9 with the FN. Step in with my best friend. Best friend Smith and West End. If you miss 6, still catch 10. Ball out, ball out. Stall out. Pulling up outside the y'all house. Empty till we all out. I got the juice and I'm crazy and crazy. And if you not a killer, don't say. Hit squad ain't nothing to play with. Undertaker and a grave dig. Best man like Tay Diggs. When you in the paint, gotta play big. Hitters ignorant like cavemen. Went from good fella to made men. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Shout out, ball out, get called out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out.
Sunday Night Live, Boss Cowboy Sports. We in the building. Listen, getting you ready for the week with the latest and greatest in draft, latest and greatest with the Cowboys news, and a whole lot more. Boss Cowboy running point. OC, your boys right here. Boss Cowboy, talk to the people.
What's up, everybody, man? I say all my friends and family entering in. And I also want to give a special recognition to Quenisha. She actually spent a lot of time with me as we was finalizing the book. I also see Barry Gibson in the building. I was just on your show about an hour ago, and you know, I got OC. It's some people that got a special place in your heart. He one of them, bro. Because
Awesome.
when I first started podcasting, the first person I did a show with was Barry. The first person, him in West Coast. He was the moderator. All right. And so we was recapping after the show. This is my boy. So like sometimes when you see people, you be like. And he told me something that I would never forget. And forgive me for being long-winded, but this is my boy. Barry said, "Boss, we make the news. We don't follow the news." It just registered. I said, "Yes, man. I feel that." Because honestly, just keep giving him recognition. Just respect to a friend. I was actually not understanding what my identity was going to be in the podcast world, but that became my identity. Like, step out. What you think, say it. Don't hesitate. My boy Barry. Yeah. So
What's up, Barry?
And then check this. Barry is the reason why we got the Boss Cowboy Guide as well. So Barry called me one day, him in West Coast again, and Barry was like, "Hey man, you need to write a book." I said, "What?" He said, "Man, you need to write a book." And we started talking about book ideas. And he was like, "Man, you so cold on the Dak history and stuff. Man, that book on that." And I thought he was going to get paid. So I said, "No, I don't want to write a book on Dak because he going to mess around and get paid in 2 months." Obviously, he was right, though. Barry, if I would have followed Barry, oh, man.
Yeah. Listen to Barry.
But I said I'll do a Boss Cowboy Guide that'll be like over the off season, and that's why we got the Boss Cowboy Guide coming out like in the next day or two. So special shout out to my boy, man. I know I was long-winded talking about you, but you deserve it, bro. You a pioneer and an innovative guy in this game, and we got much respect for you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Big ups to Barry.
So we gonna talk about some football. Oh, Geach in the building. I see you.
What's
and
up,
got
Geach?
He got the new he got the new Bobby Brown pose too in his profile. He like this.
Oh, really?
Oh, he Bobby Brown, and he got on you, called you light skin. Yeah, you should be it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give Geach a pass, man. Geach my dude, man.
You
I'm
been
gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna give him a pass, man, because I ain't worried about you calling me light skin. People been calling me light skin my whole life. It don't make no difference. That's like calling me by my name.
hey, light skin is winning though right now, and then it go back and forth. You know what I mean? It does. Go back and forth. You know, sometimes you see the dark, then it goes back to brown, then we get, you know, everybody start. But you know, I think it's
seasonal.
It's seasonal. It really is.
It's seasonal.
Cause see, Eddie Murphy on this movie, he just brought it back to the brown skins, you know. So I'm back in style. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm back in style, baby. Okay. It's boss time, baby. It's boss
man.
time. I see my boy Michael Evans in the building. Dunny Howard. I see you, Gary. Two Garys, and then Gary Atkinson also. He spent a lot of time yesterday, man. I ain't gonna even embarrass us and talk about how much time we spent on it, OC.
No, really.
6
That's
hours.
what's up, man.
6 hours. Just going through candidates together. We went through and debated through it, man. I put in work.
Wow, man. Wow. That's quite a bit.
Sleep and everything. We were late on this, man.
Yeah, man.
So man, but special shout out. So what you want to talk about, OC? Or do you want me to? You say you want me to run a point?
Man, you can run point today, man. Listen, I'm just I'm the sidekick, man. So you know that's my role for the day at least. So now, man, what you got?
All right, so I'm gonna put it also out there to what y'all want to talk about. We'll also adapt to that, but obviously I'm gonna tease a little bit. So this was the Boss Cowboy Guide from 2020, right? So take a kind of look at this list. It's kind of it's not as clear as the other one. It's okay, you'll get it. So just take a look at it real quick, and you can kind of see the free agents. There's 2 quarterbacks who was free agents last year, 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, 3 guards, 6 defensive linemen, 3 safeties, 5 linebackers, 1 defensive end, 3 corners, and then 2 special teams guys. Were all free agents last year. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is now this year. So first, OC, at a glance, what's one of the first things you notice? And everybody that's out there, kind of start putting in the chat box. What's the first thing you notice as I toggle in between the two? So again, this is 2020, right? The super bad luck COVID year, the crazy year, and this year. What's one of the things I guess you can say you notice at a glance, I would say?
At a glance, I mean, it's several things I noticed at a glance, but you know, the first one was kind of a little bit fuzzy. I'm not gonna lie to you, boss. So I didn't see all those faces. So you know, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I actually did see. The receiver, yeah, it's fuzzy, man. But the receivers look a little bit different. You know, you see the guards look a little bit different. You know, in terms of what's out there, right? In terms of need, linebackers definitely look thinner from last year to this year. You know, and you know, again, safety is safety. So, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm seeing, Boss Cowboy. But I mean, lay it up for the people, man.
Well,
you know,
we can break this down so many different ways. See, because I'm gonna tell you, the Boss Cowboy Guide. People, this is when a lot of podcasts will slow down. We getting ready to greatly speed up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not getting ready to be once a week. No. We getting ready to skyrocket. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but boss, save some for the imagination, boss. Don't tell the people everything right now, Boss Cowboy. We gotta kinda
it's too late. We already shooting the Uzi. We done shot the gun out. I'm sorry.
We got
we can cut it though a lot of different ways. So one thing we can look at it from this standpoint, 2020 had bigger names, right? Way more starters, way bigger contracts that needed to get settled, right? So, and I'm seeing some good stuff from the chat. We gonna get into what they saying too, and I'm gonna take it from their standpoint too. But then, you know, so you see Dak wasn't signed last year, Cooper wasn't signed. Then obviously we were still wondering about Cobb. Then you had Jason Witten versus Jarwin. That was a bigger last year. What's going to happen? That was a mystery, right? Then it was Quinn. Like, ooh, Quinn played good. What we gonna do, right? And then my boy D.A. Lee pointed out the biggest thing, the D line. Like, it was 6 D linemen that was free agents last year. Oh God! And so you think about, and then you look at the free agents from this year. Woods was the one who made it. You know, he was the one who made it out of these guys. You know, so we can pick this apart a lot of different ways. Yeah, let's tackle that defensive line just real quick. So looking at the 6, it was Woods, then it was Hyder, Covington, Bennett, and then Malik Collins, yeah. And then I can't believe I lost his name. But yeah. And
so
this
I mean,
Rod's crew. Go ahead.
No. So if you look at this, man, obviously the 2 most productive people from last year that you see from the graph you showed would be Bennett and it would be Woods. To me, those were the 2 most productive people. I think that, I mean, losing Bennett was a guy that's an aging guy, and he was a guy that, hey, you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more than what you wanted to pay. And he was kind of on his way out in terms of his productivity and having a burst that you saw him when he was Legion of Boom days, right? Antoine Wood, to me, is still kind of an up-and-coming defensive nose tackle. I mean, he sucks up blocks. He beats people one-on-one. He really helps slow down and run in the middle of the defense. And actually, you saw a large difference if you watch Cowboys tape from the beginning part of the season, the first 4 to 5 games, and then when they put him back as a starter. And I went back and looked at that this week, and you can see a marked difference in terms of how that defense held up inside against the run. Actually, you saw Jalen and LVE run free a lot more in terms of being able to fill the B gap and the C gap. And let me break that down. The B gap being the guard gap and the C gap being the tackle gap. All right. And so you saw that be productive, but still, I mean, there's still much more to be desired with that defensive line, boss Cowboy. And we can go about 55 million different ways on that. But just at a glance,
55 million easily. And we will.
But at a glance, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. And obviously, Michael Evans said something. I'm going to tackle this real quick. But before we tackle Michael Evans' comments, because that was an epic comment by Michael, William Kill, love my brother William Kill, man. Like, man, we back and forth on every social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, man. Wherever we together. And he said, man, I'm ready to be a BCS insider. Man, me too. So we had that coming out this Wednesday, and that's where we're gonna give special, insight to only the insiders, because we're gonna have way more film than we gonna even publish. We're not even publishing everything we're doing. So it's gonna be real intimate debate, I would say. So I want to talk about that because he paid attention, because we only kind of teased it last time. But William, man, we locked. I'm telling you, me and William are locked. And he's not a follower at all. He's not a follower, but he's a guy I could just tell he appreciate good back and forth. You know what I mean? And he's somebody that registers with this channel. So when you register with this channel, we on the same wavelength for some type of reason. Me, you, and OC, and everybody else, Geechee, and and the whole family. So I just want to say that. But going back to what Michael said, OC, I want to get your comments on this, because I think what Michael said was, is pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, this is the 7th. We have 2 more days. We got 48 hours and counting, right? Until the Cowboys will be forced to franchise tag Dak Prescott once again if they don't get a contract done. So I think that it just shows a responsibility um, lack in terms of how you manage situations and how you manage your top players, especially your quarterback in an organization. And I've said this a lot of times. I think that the Cowboys have completely fumbled this whole deal. Right? What's up, Javon? I see you. But I think that the Cowboys have fumbled this whole deal, and there's no possible way that this man should still be without a significantly large long-term contract. And here's the deal, boss Cowboy. This is what I really believe and think. The longer that this goes on, and I've said this before, the more and more it hurts the Cowboys and it hurts the team. And that's the sad part.
Yeah. I mean, epic point that he said, and then William Kill asked the question. I'm gonna definitely want to get to his question because he actually moving the show in a different direction, and we cool with that because we leaving it open today to where we go talk about a lot of stuff because it's time to address off-season needs now, and we getting ready to go heavy into that now. This is not light stuff we getting ready to do, but yeah, dealing with Dak. I want to turn it right back to you, OC.
Okay.
And ask you a straight up question. Do you think Dak is going to get tagged Tuesday?
I knew you were going to ask me that question. I knew it. I was sitting there. I just knew it, man. Just a gift, just being gifted and having foresight. I knew it, man. I'm driving home.
Teammates, bro. We on the same wavelength, bro. We've been rocking we go to state right now. You
for a long time. Listen, okay, guys. I'm sorry. Dak Prescott is getting tagged again. They're not gonna get this deal done. They're not getting the deal done. Dak Prescott, unfortunately, is getting tagged again. Hopefully, between now and the summertime, they actually get something done. But they don't have enough time. I believe that they're too far apart in terms of years and also total guarantee money from the information that I gather. And I don't think that 48 hours is going to be enough to get it done. If they do sign Dak Prescott, it's going to be at the last. It's going to be like at breaking news at 11:15 p.m. It's going to be like close to midnight. But I don't think they get it done, boss Cowboy. I don't. What you think about that?
All right, listen. Now, I'm going to just fight you for the hell of it right quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight you. Period. I'm going to be just for the sake of it on team he gets signed.
So look, Javon Brooks asked a question. He said exclusive or non-exclusive. Of course exclusive tag, Javon. Exclusive. I mean, they ain't about that life. The Cowboys ain't stupid. They ain't about that life. They ain't gonna test the market.
Hold on now, OC. Hold on now. They low-key crazy now. Don't act like they ain't got some insanity to them, bro. They fired Jimmy, bro. They let crazy. Cooper hit free agency. He was in talks with the Redskins and could have took this blue pen and inked it for more millions. They took a big gamble, bro. You saying they not crazy?
I think they stupid, but they ain't crazy. You know, it's the difference between stupid and crazy. I think that they stupid with some of the decisions they make, but I don't think they just bat dumb crazy.
I say it's backwards. I say they not stupid, but they crazy.
Okay. I think this is stupidity because why would you let a man dollar per year go up to more than $10 million when you could have got him at 30 per or 29 per? I mean, come on, man, get out of town.
I still want to have this fight, bro. You try to get out this fight, and I'm not gonna let you out this fight. I'm trying to pick a fight today. That's what I'm on today. I'm gonna really try to get something going with you with this stuff that you're talking about, man. So
why? What's your point? Go first.
Okay,
why?
I'm gonna just say I think he gets signed before the night.
Why?
All right. Now, don't laugh, everybody that's listening. I'm talking from logic, okay? I'm not talking about their history, because their history says they're not gonna do it. But logic says they should. So first of all, like we talked about on the show the other day, lean to your right, OC. Lean to your right, just real quick. No, the other way. I said it backwards. That's what I did right there. All right, we was talking. I need to go this way. All right, so we both need to get. All right, so we was talking about this list with Alex Sherman, and we was talking about the opportunity that you can really team build, right? So if you want to free up cash, now I'm talking logic now. I know where you coming from already, bro. This is why I'm fighting you on this, because this logic says sign him, free up the cash so that you can take advantage. Now, we had a financial specialist talk to us about the proper ways to handle this. He said guys like Richard Sherman and those older guys that still got something left in the tank, they gonna want to go to contenders. And if you want to make a splash, get you a couple of those quality vets, make everybody go start smelling and sensing the potential, right? The momentum of Dak being signed to make big. Oh, okay, they closed that out. Now it would be Cooper signed. Lamb is young. Gallup got one more year. If I come over there and help that D, shit, that's a squad. That's the benefit of signing Dak, like right now. And it's two. They said last time they were close, and I'm speaking still logic. If you was close the last time, don't act far this time. You see what I'm saying? You was close. So if you say you was close, don't stop. Neither side need to act bougie at this point. Somebody go lose in this. Dak might lose in this. You know what I mean? Where he might be like, man, I'm done with it. Let's get it going. Let's go. He could be wore down. Or the Joneses could be looking at all the mountain of leverage and then say, hey, man, we in a cash strap year with this cap. We gonna be one of the only few teams that don't have to blow up our team. Let's go ahead and put the final pieces together and go.
Yeah, boss cowboy. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But the whole problem with your argument is that you're talking logical.
I know, bro.
This is not a logical situation.
Yeah.
If it was logical, the man would have been signed 2 years ago. So let's just throw logic out of the window. What did my mother brought me up and told me something. Said logic, son, common sense, it ain't that common. And so here's the thing. Yeah, everything you said about the Cowboys, about a young receiving crew, and about just needing help on defense to have a chance at a Super Bowl run and all these things.
And you can
all
run
that
it
stuff.
Up on these free agents. That's going to be deals. It's going to be epic deals sitting out there. This is going to be like the land of milk and honey. In a week. We said it first.
Yes, because it's gonna be a big old fire sale. Have you guys seen this? A big old fire sale, like an estate sale, and it's not gonna be like cheap stuff out there. It's not gonna be like the old couches. It's gonna be like the leather couches out there. It's gonna be like antique pictures out there. It's gonna be nice statues, nice stuff, right? Pool tables, stuff in this estate sale because of the fact that these teams are finna to cut some of these unsavory contracts.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
it's all about the contracts. It's not how they play. So
it's all about the contracts. They're going to be good players, and they will be available for short-term deals that the Cowboys, of course, could take advantage of to build and fix that defense quickly, quickly, like in a week, in a hurry, right? But here's the whole situation with Dak Prescott. You said that Dak might get tired. That ain't going to happen because Dak has proven throughout this situation, especially with the hiring of Tom Condon, that he has something that more of us need to have, boss Cowboy. It's a word. He has resolve.
Yeah.
He has resolve. He's proving he has resolve. It doesn't matter. He's sitting in his he's at the beach with his fiance. He's sitting at home watching Boss Cowboy Sports show right now, probably, and he's sitting there. He's just like this. Resolve.
Because
It doesn't matter. He's going to win in this negotiation, man. And at the end of the day, it's going to be the Cowboys who have to take an L because he's resolved that if the Cowboys don't take an L, he's going to get signed by somebody else on a short-term deal so he can hit the market again in 3 to 4 years and then make more money again. That's what's going to happen. If the Cowboys don't give him a 3 or 4 year deal, give him $150 million guaranteed, give him 40 to 41 average per year, he ain't signing. He ain't signing. And that's what's going to happen. He ain't signing. You heard it here first. He ain't signing. Unless it's more 40 or more a year and around 140 to 150 million guaranteed, he ain't signing. And it got to be a short contract too. And the Cowboys, see, this is what the Cowboys are good at. And I respect the Cowboys too. Because short? Listen, 3 to 4 years. He don't want a long-term deal. Okay, I'm telling you, unless the money is huge. Unless the money is huge.
You said short.
Short. 3 to 4 year deal. I'm telling you. But look, Boss Cowboy, the Cowboys don't want to deal with this again in 3 to 4 years. That's the problem. The Cowboys don't want to have to re-up Dak Prescott in 3 to 4 years and pay this man $50 million a year. They don't want no parts of that. And that's why Dak has resolve. And that's why this thing doesn't get done in 2 days.
All right. I'm going to stick where he go get paid. But this is what I'm going to know. I'm going to know you right. This is what I'm going to know if you right.
Okay.
If they restructure some people tomorrow. If they don't, Dak is going to likely get signed. Because they have to free up to money to tag him. You see what I'm saying? If you start seeing epic movement by tomorrow, here we go. They at a stalemate. But I think even if they reach an agreement, they go take it all the way to the wire to announce it. They go milk it all the way up to because they did the same thing with what was the safety that went to Seattle? Can't remember his name.
Who was that? Earl Thomas?
No. Went to Seattle. Adams.
Yeah, there you
Adams.
go.
He went to Seattle.
Okay.
So they kept that going all the way to the trade deadline. And then right at that moment, they said, well, they wanted a tackle. They wanted Tyron Smith and Zach Martin and a first for him, something like that. Something that everybody knew it was going to be like, of course not. Of course we're not doing that trade. But they milked it. So either way, we're not going to know the Tuesday. But we'll see the signs of it. The biggest signs going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. I mean, look, for the record, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but I don't think I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I do.
And see, in this one, nobody could fault you. Because at this point, I've written in books and articles and everything so many times that the logical time to do Dak is now. I've been saying that for 2 years. So if you wrong, it's because they kept pulling the rug from under you. Like at some point you start expecting it. So you would be right and wrong at the same time. It would be more so Dak has so much leverage and they backed in such a corner being up against the cap. You know what I mean? Because they also up against the cap. So it might be to where you got us. We just got to roll with it. You got us. Because at some point in chess, you know you lost. Sometimes you know it. It's mate. You don't got to wait till they actually mate you. You already know they got all the pieces.
But in chess, sometimes what you keep on doing, you play chicken. When you know you beat, you play chicken. So what you do is you move that knight piece around a little bit. You move a pawn piece up and down a little bit, and you delay the game. You delay the game, hoping that somebody's gonna.
But time up, right?
True.
Yeah, time up. So like you can delay it, but you know you about 2 moves away now. That's really where we are in this chess game. So I wanted to deal with one of Williams' questions. He went way left, but I think it's good. I like when they go way left. It's stuff that can pull us in a different direction, even with the free agent stuff that we getting ready to talk about some more. And we ain't gonna talk, we're gonna just talk about it, but because we can go a million different ways with this. So, but with William Kill, he said, Dorrance Armstrong contract year, Charles Tapper, I was big on and injuries derailed him. Okay, yeah, he talking about Charles Tapper. Thoughts on Gallup, trade or sign? Let's take the B part. Let's take that.
Yeah. I think Gallup is the guy you want on your team. I think you need to sign him. I think that you significantly weaken your receiver core and the weapons. I think that Gallup is starting to hit his stride. I don't think he's even hit his prime yet. I think he's starting to begin to hit his prime in a year or so. I think he's highly productive. He's a great deep threat, great intermediate route runner. Has improved every year in the league. There's no reason why you shouldn't sign him. And I think that you weaken yourself and you weaken also Amari Cooper, and you have Amari Cooper that sometimes he has injuries. He's injury prone sometimes, and significantly on things that could hold him out of games is lower leg injuries, right? Ankle injuries, hamstring injuries, things like that. And so to have a Michael Gallup is a really, really great fail safe if he had to jump up and actually be the number one receiver. So I think you got to sign him.
I think with Gallup, it's honestly just too early. It's too early for me to say. I don't want to give up on him, and I don't want to totally bet on him right now. I want him to show me just a little bit more, because what happened with Tank, they gave up on Tank too fast, because that was the year they were saying they wanted to get a War Daddy, and they went and got Taco instead of waiting to see what was going to happen when Tank was healthy with his back. And, we know the rest. Taco ended up being the guy that got away and was unneeded, and Tank was the guy that was signed. So, and I like the trajectory he's on. He's on a great trajectory. And he seems to be the type of pro that's all football. He doesn't seem to be that extra guy. And you know what I mean by extra, where they have the vices on the side that age them. Just keeping it real.
He's not a diva. He's not a diva.
I'm not even saying just diva. I'm saying drinking,
habits and lifestyle.
Lifestyle, and just keeping it real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's players that can get away with it, but where you could have played 10 years, you end up playing 8, and where you could have played 5, you played 3, and where you could have played, you know what I mean? So he strikes me as that super clean cut guy that's becoming more and more into his element. So I would want to really make my last decision up to the trade deadline with him. I would give his last trajectory the trade deadline. That's when I would know if I'm going to sign him or not. But if he's starting off and he's in the pack, I'm leaning on trade.
Really?
Especially now we finna get into some physics a little bit.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I say that. Look at the receivers that's free agents. This is why I say we can go a million ways with this. Look at these guys. This is your fourth receiver, guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's nobody that you're afraid to get away out of these guys. Even though I appreciate all of them. Noah hit his stride. Wilson hit his stride. This other guy barely played. You know? So that tells us likely we're not going to want to pay for 4th round receivers. We're going to go younger. So there's a chance we can go back to the guys that we still already got on this team, like Aaron Parker, right? They was practice squad players. And then what was the receiver that was dropping those balls 2 years ago? I can't remember his name, but he was giving Michael Jackson the business.
You got me on that, Boss Cowboy.
Y'all know who I'm talking about, but he was on.
He was a free agent. He was a free agent, right?
Yeah, he was undrafted free agent with 4.
Yeah, he was a free agent. I'm losing his name right now.
Man, but he was 85. I know his number. I can see him. But my point is, it's a lot that can happen. So if one of those guys step up, right, take the place of Wilson and Noah and end up showing some quality flash. And John V. Johnson, thank you, William. Thank you. William saved us. It was John V. Johnson. If John V. Johnson or Aaron Parker step up, OC, and they kind of pacing with Gallup even a little bit, I'm trading Gallup.
Yeah, but they're not pacing with Gallup at this point.
I want to see how he's pacing, because he looked like that's not gonna happen though. It looked like
No.
his trajectory looked like, because he beat up Ramsey. Like, that's big.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. I think that a lot of people should go and watch some tape on Gallup, and I actually have done this, and this is why I'm very, very resolved with my comment. No, man, this dude could be a primary receiver, right? If you trade him to another team, he could be a primary. He's that good. His routes have developed that well. He has great hands. He has long speed. He's tough in traffic. I mean, man, he has all the elements of a top receiver. It's no way these guys that you mentioned, no offense, Boss Cowboys, but they're not on his level, man. They're just not, man. They're not on his level.
And see, what I'm starting to love about Gallup, I love it when you abuse a guy when you supposed to abuse a guy. You see what I'm saying? When they put him on that undrafted free agent versus Philly, oh my God. Oh my God. Gallup had his way. And that's what you're supposed to see from a guy that's supposed to have #1 skills. It's almost, how dare you put an undrafted rookie on me? Because as soon as they got so foolish, they said, well, let's put that guy on Cooper. And Cooper was like, you think it's going to be different over here? Shook him out his shoes.
Yeah, man.
So Gallup,
and I love. Yeah, and listen, not to cut you off, I love how he gets big, man, in traffic, and then also I love how he gets skinny, man, when he got to run through tackles. So I mean, he does a lot of good things, man. If you look at tape on him, and I mean, to me, he's a guy, man, that you sign, man. He's a guy that, to me, in some ways, Boss Cowboy, and I don't want to belabor this point, but he's underrated, man. Gallup is an underrated receiver. He's underrated.
And see, this is the thing. He's not a route runner. I ain't hearing that. But see, he's also somebody that you can undervalue because his strengths, because he don't get epic separation, you will take for granted what he's great at. He battles. That's what a lot of people don't see. He's low-key violent. People don't see that. The person that's the most violent in the whole league is Hopkins. He's super violent. I know I would fight him if I was playing against him. I will fight him because he's so violent. It's disrespectful. Like he'll be running a route, and when he stop, he'll chop your arm. I'll be watching Hopkins. I'll be like, ooh, I would have to fight him for this. But Gallup is low key like that. But people don't really see that downfield chess match until they show it. You know what I mean? And then I played against guys like that. Orlando was like that, to where you can be. It's a guy OC and I both know.
That we played against. We played with him.
Man, like he was slower than a turtle. Everybody would literally be in his hip, but all you had to do was put the ball in the vicinity. That's it. And he would box you out. You couldn't do nothing. He played to his strength. Now, if you was watching film, you'll say they tight on him all the time, right? But throw to him. Throw to him. It was so many times, bro, I was always this much from stopping him and couldn't, because he could box me out. He was what, 6'3", I'm 5'11", you know? And he would just get strong on me. Slow, though. And that's how Gallup game is. And then Gallup also got a mixture of Dez in him, where he'll get vertical. Like he'll go get that tough contested 50-50 ball. He got some stuff he's showing, bro.
And Gallup is faster than Dez. Gallup is faster than Dez in the sprint. Gallup can outrun you. Yeah. He can outrun you. So that's the thing. So,
and
I
think like
Gallup.
What Gary said. Gary said, my boy Gary out of Funky Town, he said they should have kept Jalen Guyton. And Jerry Jones agreed with that. Like Jerry Jones actually, and it's obvious. But that one hard, Gary, because John Vay was looking good. Guyton was looking good. They just had a good draft that time. You know what I mean? Because I think John Vay in the right environment would have took off. He just playing with the best receivers in football right now. But John Vay going to the Chargers, he would have probably been just as good or better. in my opinion. And then
Yeah.
another reason I say that, Gary, is because you know we know guys around the Metroplex that work out. So we was talking to Michael Jackson. You know, we remember him came from Miami, and I ran into him and I asked him straight up. I said, "Man, who was the toughest covers out there?" He said the people scared to cover Cooper. Number one, he said, but number two, people scared of John Vay. John Vay. And I said the same thing. I said, if John Vay would have caught them balls, he had like 4 yards of separation every time he had a drop. It was like, ooh, that would have been 6. So, but I like Guyton. They one in the same. Both of them ballers, man. But Guyton's showing it right now. So, I got to ride with you on that one. What you got on that, OC?
No, man, I think you're right, man. I think the guy is a good guy, man. I just think that he needs to be a little bit more consistent with a few things, man. I mean, I think that'll take him over the top. But no, man, you should have kept him and kind of worked with him. And you said, you know, before that, hey, man, sometimes you give up on people just a smidge too soon. Yeah. And I think that he's kind of one of those guys, man, that could have paid dividends with a little bit more patience.
And I feel D.A. Lee on this one. He said, I think we overvalue some of our players. Gallup is more, I feel that what he's saying, a discount Juju than an AB. Yeah, that's why I want to see him up into that trade deadline. Because I feel you on that. Like, because I'm a little bit of afraid to make a possession rising receiver my number one. Could it happen? Yes, because that was Chris Carter's game. You know what I mean? Chris Carter wasn't fast for nothing, but he was the best, one of the best with Michael Irvin possession guys. I'm just not ready to buy that. I'm with you on that, DA. Yeah, and then my boy John Vay, Ken, he said this, OC. John Vay runs very good routes and fast. That's exactly what I saw too, bro. That's exactly what my eyes saw. So going back to what Gary said, that was Will McClay just did so good, bro. He got some good people in his building in the later rounds and in undrafted free agents. Like, I remember looking at that like, God, man, everybody run 4.3s on this year. Like, that was the Chris Westry year where he was the 4.3. Then you had John Vay with the 4.3 and Guyton with the 4.3. That was, I was like, Will, what you doing? Like, we could have drafted every one of them. Every one of them with draftable talent. I want to just switch up real quick. Going back to this. So, this gonna be one of the main things and the first thing you go see for those who purchased the Boss Cowboy Guide. Because this is how it starts. So, the way that it starts is you first look at what do we need to solve. Okay? The Boss Cowboy Guide then says, how do we solve it? Okay? So the Boss Cowboy book is gonna pretty much start with this. Okay, this graphic right here, and it's gonna be how we're gonna get it to the final. Cause see, the 2020 started like this. We remember how that then turned out, right? So if we look at safety, let's just ask a question, just a real question. Let's just play with it real quick. Let's just play a game. Let's rewind time. We got hindsight now. In safety, if you had a choice to keep Thompson, Frazier, or Heath, who you picking, OC?
Oh, man, I hate that question. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, hindsight being 2020.
Let you look at it, because it's easy to me. I'm going Heath.
Yeah,
then Kayvon Frazier, and then Thompson.
But I'm biased because I don't like Heath. But in comparison to what happened this year, but in comparison to what happened this year,
that's why
I would have took Heath.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Heath, so I don't want to say Heath. You know what I mean? Just be honest with you. I don't want to say Heath, but I would have took Heath versus what happened this year for sure.
Right.
Yeah, Heath. These boys made like. Heath looked like a first team All-Pro. I mean,
so let me ask you another question. This is why the Boss Cowboy Guide and us going through this is so important. Now let's look at what we ended up with. It look different. That's why you should get these guides, because it's gonna tell a picture over time. Like a picture go tell you, we started here in 2020 as safety, but we ended up here. So we signed the wrong guy. Let me ask you another question. Like we just talking real football business right now, okay, OC? This is why this offseason gonna be fun, bro. We gonna break all this down. I'm just asking you a real hypothetical, and everybody in the chat, I want to ask y'all a question. If Heath is playing, do we lose to Seattle? Do we lose to the Browns? Are they running by the safeties like they was running by the safeties? If the starters are now Heath and Wilson, even though that's not super ideal in terms of Heath, are we better?
Yes. You're better.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, you're better. No doubt. You're better. Because Heath is a better tackler. He's a willing tackler.
Right. A willing.
He's poor in coverage. He's a willing tackler, though.
Right.
He's willing to tackle.
Right. And so the whole course of destiny could have changed. Really, truly. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the comments, they going crazy. Hell no.
I'm sorry, DA. Heath is a baller. DA, what you talking about, bro? I mean, I don't know, man. So look, okay. So here's the thing. Okay, here's
flashes. He show flashes that'll trick you. Go ahead though. I want you to feel.
Yeah. Run support. Yeah, I feel you. Run support come up and stop a guy from breaking. Okay, I get you on that. I'll give you that. I'll give Heath that. Run support, yeah. But overall, in coverage, bro, when you got to really cover some ground, no, poor angles, man. Always behind the receiver.
Yeah.
Like no, bro. But okay.
But this the thing. I'm gonna ask you a real question. When did he give up a deep ball?
Heath didn't really give up a lot of deep balls. That's not what I'm talking about here.
But the angles, you're right. He would take some bad angles every now and then, bro.
No, more than every now and then, balls. Frequently.
He has
frequently, bro.
Frequently. He had some streaks where he didn't, then he would go back to it. That's why I say he would deceive you, but I still would take, if we was looking at last year, versus this year, I'm taking Heath. And you know what? I think, and I'm just being honest, I think we would have still been fine with Kayvon and Wilson. Especially if you put Kayvon as strong, because Wilson flexible enough and rangy enough to play that free. And Kayvon was nice in that box. You know what I mean? But I would take Heath first, Kayvon second, and Thompson third, but this is what we end up looking like. So voila, boo boo, boo boo. That's what happened. So let's turn. Hold on real quick, my boy. Hey, my boy Kerry in the building. What's up, man? When my boy Kerry get in the building, man. See the light-skinned brothers, they stick together, man. That's the Houston and that's the H-Town, man.
What's up, Kerry?
But every time Kerry go in the building, man, I gotta rock like he rock it, man. He rock it H-Town style, man. He put his hat to the side. It's my boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, for sure. H-Town.
But
Southside holding, yup.
But yeah, man, it just show you how just even a few decisions can affect destiny. Let's play with it again. We gonna play with it a couple of more times, and then I'm tired. And I'm still trying to finish the book, so I ain't gonna go 4 hours like we usually.
Yeah. We better get off here in a few minutes.
I'm gonna get off here, man, because I still gotta put the final touches on the book, because we're gonna be doing this over video, okay? And one thing we're gonna also do is we're gonna give the options, the optional replacements to an epic level. All right. So, I mean, we got a whole book on this, so we go do that. You know what I mean? Like that's for real. Like, for real. It's so for every what if, we gonna have ways to solve it. Put it like that, which is what you want, right? But let's look at corner. All right, just going through what if 2020. This is your corner list. Ooh, this gonna be fun. Let's play. Oh, let's play. Let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
So your corner list is Byron Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and Godwin.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what they did. We got the benefit of hindsight. They signed Anthony Brown and they cut Byron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we are now. What would you do if you would do anything different?
Man, I would
like this hard, man.
No. I'm thinking through my answers here.
Okay,
Just
cool,
give me a
cool.
second here. Okay. So no. So I don't know. You try to make me see. No. Because your questions are very loaded, and like your questions are pushing me toward a particular path, and I'm trying to avoid the. Yes, you are kind of. You are. Your questions are kind of pushing me. Yeah, you leading me, bro.
Okay, my bad.
I would do nothing different besides try to sign a veteran free agent. I think that letting go of Byron Jones because of cap reasons was still the right thing to do. If I'm in the Cowboys front office, I think letting go, even though he played great when he was healthy for Miami this year, but I still think letting go of him was the right thing. I think they should have signed a free agent defensive back. I mean, that's what I would do differently if I was the Cowboys.
Okay. We got some opposites on this one.
Mm-hmm.
We got it going a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I see him.
Gary
I see him. For me, I see
Byron instead of Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Queen come in and she said should have kept Byron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
see, that's the way your question was pushing me. And now, go ahead.
I wasn't doing that. I wasn't even thinking
Yeah,
about
it was a leading question because you look at the performance. Yes, it was.
I actually agree with you, bro. Like Byron had to go.
Yeah. Salary cap reasons. He had to go. Yeah, to me, yeah. It's too expensive. He don't get interceptions.
And he don't get interceptions.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
You thought I was leading you? No.
Yeah, I did. It felt that way. I'm wrong.
Yeah, you thinking with your feelings on me. And I was with
right.
you, man. I was right here with you, man. I was.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that people up, man. That people up.
Cool,
no,
cool.
like
Gotcha.
I'm all the way with you. Now Byron had to go, and it really wasn't his play. It was more so the market. It was like a bad class. So in a bad class, it was obvious he was gonna be overpaid.
Right.
And listen, this my boy JD. See, JD. This is my brother. Hey man, sometimes I gotta get a cat who watch the show, bro. My boy JD. Look at this. JD. Drake and Patrick. I agree. I absolutely agree. He also on the Boss Cowboy Guide again this year. Like it's some things, but see, we're gonna do more of what JD did right there. That's what we gonna do once we release the book. We gonna start not only talking about what the options are, we gonna start talking about how to feel it if we don't go with our guys. You see what I'm saying? So we still talking about corner. I would have said this. This is where I would have been different, OC. I would have not signed Anthony Brown. No. I would have ended the competition between him and Jordan Lewis. It would have been over. I would have got rid of him. I would have ran him off. I don't care that it's a team-friendly deal. We know who you are, and you was injured your last year. So you played bad. Your sophomore, juniors, and it's really not sophomore, but second, third, and fourth year. And then on your fourth year, you're injured. What do that say to your guys that wasn't injured, that's playing good, that was taking the toughest assignments? So I would have got rid of him easily. And I would have been looking for Marshall's free agents like Kirkpatrick to to band-aid us, to get us through. Another thing that I would do for sure, looking at the cornerbacks, and I'm just keeping this all the way 100. Savion need to play safety. Savion right now is a better dog than Xavier Woods. Right now. So all that missed tackling in South, let me tell y'all something about Savion. This is where y'all sleeping on Savion. He's a little step slower for corner, but he's perfectly speed-wise for safety. Perfectly. He also, out of all the corners, have the purest safety mentality. Okay? Do you remember that game? I think it was the Browns game where he broke his hand. He went in, got a shot, came back with a broken hand, fresh. Called out Chris Westry like, nope, you're not getting my reps, and kept playing. That is crazy. That is safety crazy. And we're going to show this on the Boss Cowboy shows. We're going to show this. Please go look at him at Alabama. Go look at how he's striking his opponents. He wasn't a tackler. Savion is a striker. We could have really improved our team with just making Xavier Woods have better competition with what we already got. But what we did is we put Savion at corner, just like we just took Robinson and put him at corner. I'm still waiting on who go really be Xavier Woods' competition. I've been waiting on that for the last 3 years. Like, who competes with him?
They like him. You know how it goes, Boss Cowboy. We ain't got to talk about this.
I know.
Like him, man.
True.
They like him, man.
True.
You know.
And check this out. Check this out. Douglas from the late night. I said the late night. My fault. I ain't mean the late night.
So you tired, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, he said Lord to Anthony Brown and Xavier Woods is killing us. Exactly. And so that's what we need to be watching for in this offseason, right? Because what did they do? They snuck the worst corner, the cheapest one. They snuck him on a roster from 2020. That's what they did. They snuck Anthony Brown on the roster. And now the people that are your better players are on the bubble. Ain't that some? Oh. Just look at it one more time. Your better players are going to be out the door. Your worst player has job security. Anthony Brown. Your better players going to be out the door. And the saddest part, what we go expose over this offseason, I'm going to just be honest, and we go get into this heavy. Likely, we could lose all our corners unless they come back extremely team friendly. We could lose Awuzie and we could lose Jordan Lewis. It's not even that other teams gonna just get them. It's a super, really, really good free agent class this year.
Yeah,
so
I think
Dallas,
that.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
Now Dallas might see something else they like. Just keeping it real. At a better price, and it can happen this year. Like this is a year to where you can get you some ballers in the secondary. Where we really can go in and we go expose it. Like we go start, as soon as I drop the book, we go start dropping all our videos and dropping everything, proving everything we saying, showing the massive epic amount of free agent quality. Because I'm gonna say one more thing. This is what people not realizing. We talked about this last night. Me, Gary, Queen, Buddha, and Keystone. We were just talking about. This is that 2017 class. think back to the 2017 class. Buda Baker, King, shoot, that was the Obi Melifonwu, shoot, Westbrook, who went to San Fran, the corner who went to the Redskins, Monroe. Shoot, I mean, it's a lot of them. I don't have a book in front of me, so it just not come to me, and I'm tired. But man, this is a good class, and then you add in there great veterans too. Man, we can plug any hole in that secondary with this class.
You can, but will the Cowboys actually pull the trigger and get off the good old boy train and replace what they need to replace? That's the only question, boss Cowboy.
That's
And
the
me and you
question.
both know this. I mean,
That's
that's
what
the
we waiting to
question,
see.
man.
That's what
So-
we waiting to see. That's what we waiting to see. But I do predict this: if we do sign Xavier Woods back, Jerry is gonna feel this one. He's gonna feel the outrage from his fans on this one. They might sign him, but they ain't gonna play him because it's gonna be so loud. Yeah, William Jackson, Gary. Yep, from 2017. Yeah, it's a lot of them, bro. But anyway, and we gonna go through all of them this offseason before we get into free agency. But yeah, back to what I was saying. He go feel it. Like the fans, he did it to himself. When you come out there and you say, man, nobody go 100%, and people was running by you for touchdowns, and you running away from people as they running at you, and you missing tackles as usual. The blindest fan see that he's a liability. So when that happens, because I think they go sign him, but I think social media go erupt like Dallas, see, just like you did with Anthony Brown, he didn't deserve to get a contract, but you signed him because you like him. Same thing with it. They go feel it on this one. We kind of let Anthony Brown kind of go under the radar. Nah, Xavier Woods a little bit too public, and he done spoke too public. We go all revolt against that.
We go see what happens, boss Cowboy. You know, the Cowboys are perfect people to play the game of charades. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, they can draw attention to one thing while they work on another thing. And so the Cowboys are master marketers, man. And so to be honest with you, I think if they make certain offseason moves, it will actually cover that up to where you don't even pay attention to the fact that they actually re-signed this guy. And then on Sundays, we see him trotting back out there doing what he normally does until it costs us a game, and then we have somebody out there like us and like some other people that'll actually jump on the horn and say, "What are y'all doing?" And that's what I'm thinking, boss Cowboy. But I know our time is brief here, and thank y'all. I appreciate you. Love you, Regina. Thank you, Reggie. Appreciate you. Thank you. It's all right. It's all good. It's all
They
good.
shaking their head no. More so because you're right.
Yeah.
That's one of those shaking your heads like, because see, OC, you spoke so deep right there that I just want to kind of recap it a little bit different.
Yeah.
All right. So he said that they could sneak us. They can basically sign Xavier Woods, add a good name to it, right? Add a real good name to it, but then sneak us with the politics. I caught what you said there, and that's true, bro. And that hurt. That hurt, bro. Because you're like, I can't fight you on that. I really do want to fight you. I really would. I want to fight you. I want to like act like you crazy on what you just said, but you not. You told the truth, and the truth hurt. Because it's references of what you said. Same thing happened with Georgia Loca. Same thing happened with Clinton Dix. And because we don't really do anything, They do it over and over. So I think you're right, bro. I'm gonna brace myself for this one. And I don't even want to believe and hope that these guys go just surprise me, because they not. They go do exactly what they always do. And what needs to happen, the podcast community needs to talk louder about the politics. It's not enough talk about that. We always go into every offseason before we get off. We go into every offseason like, this is all we gotta do. Change this, change that, upgrade this, upgrade that. And then if we just gotta move this to this and then move that over there, sign Dak, and then, you know, get Cooper and let this guy go, we're gonna win a Super Bowl. And we never address the killers, the real killers. The real killers is when you got Xavier Woods and you got Anthony Browns out there, as if Kansas City wouldn't go right at them. If Brady because see, we talking about hoping in the Super Bowl. So how can you hope in the Super Bowl and really think Tampa Bay and Brady not gonna look at the film and not know exactly who to target?
Well, the old adage is this: you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Bro.
So
made me so
it
mad.
means that the secondary just ain't that strong. That's all that means.
But it's like, I'm just tired of us not addressing it before we close out, bro. Like,
yeah.
we fall for it every offseason, man. Boy, we lose Jordan Lewis, we just need to get this guy, and then man, let's keep Arden Smith, and then let's get Woods, and we never talk about them favorites that sneak in the back door. You know who else we didn't talk about before we get out of here? Before we get out of here, let's just look at one more thing. Linebacker.
One more Dallas Cowboy.
This is it, but it's gonna be quick. Look at this list of free agents. Sean Lee. I ain't gonna name them all, but I'm the right side or the left side. You got Sean Lee, you got Malcolm Smith. Who did we keep?
Sean Lee. Cause I ain't being cute here. I mean, Sean Lee has been a staple in this defense for years, and is just a great team leader and a great individual, and I couldn't see us being the same defense without him. Just an awesome tackler and contributor and just a good old boy that we like.
Steven literally said he saw no problems at linebacker, and he had an option. He could have went with the MVP of the Super Bowl, but he went with the guy that you know go miss 6 games. You know he go miss 6 to 10 games. You went with that guy.
That's when he's healthy too.
That's when he's healthy. And it's always soft tissue stuff. And it's like a clock. And now when he plays, you don't even know he out there. So we go close out on this one. What Pastor said. Loyalty. Yep.
No, well, Pastor, I'm going to slightly disagree. False loyalty is the more appropriate term. False loyalty, right? Because here's the deal. These guys are high-paid individuals, right? They're compensated for their time. The Real Housewives of NFL. Quenisha, you crazy. So look, this is the real deal. When you're paid to do a job and you cannot do that job, will your employer be loyal to you? Absolutely not in most cases, unless it's the NFL and it's the Dallas Cowboys and they happen to like you because you're friends with the right people. I mean, that's what that is, right? And you got the relationships with the right people. And so they keep you around and they keep you here and they keep you there and they go vouch for you. We go work this whole thing out, right? But while you do that, because of a relational perspective, you hurt your team. And then you let down your fan base, and that's the disappointing part. So that's it. That's all I got tonight, Boss Cowboy.
Yeah, and then Gary said Crawford should have been gone. So we can go on and on and on.
On and on. We talked about that before, like several shows ago. We talked about that.
We
talked about that.
Go on and on and on. And I'm gonna just be honest with the Dallas Cowboy family before we go, because we literally get this. My last point. we're not gonna win a Super Bowl with this. We can, but the chances are really low. Like, everything would have to go right. The moon would have to align. The skies would have to be blue. If you of the Muslim faith, it would your lady won't be cooking bacon that day. You know what I mean, for the kids. The Ice Cube joke. You gotta be a rapologist.
Yeah, it went over their head, man.
Yeah,
You gotta be
that's an
Ice Cube
joke.
Yeah.
Mama
yeah.
kicked the breakfast with no hog. No barking from the dog.
Yeah. That's old. You showing your age now. That's steady mobbing, man. That's way back in the day.
Man, it's still a classic
Showing
though.
your age.
The real people
Just
feel me on that though. The real people feel me on that. It's gonna have to be one of them good days, bro. That's the only way. But it's gonna have to be a whole good season. Everybody healthy. Everybody, momentum with us, luck with us. God shine down on us. The Lord gonna have to part it, or it ain't gonna happen, bro. It's gonna have to be one of those seasons like 2016, but with a defense. That's our only chance, because the politics where we could have chances every year, we gonna be that team that maybe get there 1 out of 4 years because of the way we break down our own team because of politics. So, man, we out of here, and before we go talk about how to find us, how to support us, and all that good stuff. First of all, where can they find you?
CB the OC at Instagram. So if you look book me up on Instagram and CB the OC, and you can find me on Instagram. Follow me there, DM me there. I think Pastor Douglas did, so appreciate that. And we'll have some more content and stuff like that. Me and Boss Cowboy, we'll be working on a lot of stuff the next couple of weeks, man. And you'll see a bunch of new stuff drop, and also a new way to kind of engage and connect with me on Facebook. I'm working on that stuff, so we'll be in touch.
And then obviously we had a cash app of Boss Cowboy Sports, and we thank everybody that continues to throw something in there when y'all do and when you can. We definitely know that during these COVID times is very sacrificial, so we greatly appreciate it, obviously. And then also we getting ready to start this coming up Wednesday. We go release the book, and we go open up the insiders with the Patreon. And that's where we're gonna basically open up the way to support us on a monthly basis. That'll be easy on a person's budget, but at the same time, we go also load you up with a lot of content and access to where we're gonna be able to really know exactly what's going on more in this whole off season. We gonna have that book as an aid. It's gonna be a whole lot of reasons to grow closer to the Boss Cowboy Sports. We also greatly ramping up for the draft and free agency, so you're going to see a whole lot more content. You're going to see a whole lot more videos. You will also see a whole lot more of the BCS family. So y'all get ready for that. So then obviously y'all follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and then obviously Facebook is where we have our biggest crowd. We always appreciate y'all. We always love the fans that come to the Boss Cowboy page, because we really do know that we only attract a certain type of Cowboy fans. We don't attract trollers and haters and dumb talk. We don't attract that. We don't. We attract people that like solutions and that like talking good football. So, but man, y'all take it easy, man. And then y'all go see us hit a whole new gear starting Wednesday. Like, it's going to be a whole new gear. We've been at gear 2. We getting ready to go to gear 4, 5, 6. I'm dead serious about that. We going to go to gear 4, 5, 6, and we going to stay on. We not going to turn it off. Well, no, we not going to turn it off. So y'all take it easy, man. And much love to the whole Boss Cowboy family, man, and OC, man. Thank you for rocking with me today, my brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.